everyone, my name is Molly Gale and I'm a social studies consultant at Oakland Schools. Amy asked if I could record a short video to highlight the updates to the MC3 curriculum and walk you through how to navigate Atlas. So I am going to try to keep this brief, but if you have any follow-up questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to either Amy or me. So this is the landing page for the public site of Atlas. If you're brand new to Atlas, it is the curriculum management system that houses the MC3 curriculum, which is a full K-12 curriculum for social studies that is developed and housed at Oakland Schools. So when you get to the landing page, the first thing to know is that you can sort here to make your life a little easier. So if you sort to social studies and you click out, you'll see all the social studies courses. You can also sort by grade level, but for right now, we'll just stop at subject. So you can see there is a full curriculum for kindergarten all the way up through the high school courses. But for all of you, what you'll be most interested in are the K-5 courses. What you can see next to some of them is a note about updates. We are in the middle of a multi-year process of updating the MC3 curriculum to align it to the 2019 social studies standards as well as the C3 framework. So this year, as of this fall, 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade, and 2nd grade are updated and ready to use. They are aligned to the 2019 standards. Which means if you teach this curriculum, you're meeting all of those 2019 standards. We've also aligned it to the C3 framework. These courses are, of course, we're going in reverse order through the elementary grades, working our way down, which means kindergarten, 1st grade are up next for revision. So if you are a kindergarten or 1st grade teacher, sit tight. We'll be getting to those as soon as we can when we wrap up 2nd grade this year. 1st grade and kindergarten, though, are still up on Atlas. These are the courses that are the older ones, so they're still up there. You're still welcome to use them, but just know that they have not been updated fully yet. If you are new to MC3, what is helpful to know is that it is full curriculum at the lesson level. So I'm just going to click into 3rd grade to show you that. That means that when you click into a unit, so you have a pacing guide here for the year and a unit, when you click in, and I'll come back to this in just a second to show you how to navigate, it is lesson level curriculum. So you have a full lesson plan, all of the supplemental materials that students need for that lesson plan. That would be like student handouts of any type. And you have a full slide deck for every lesson in the entire course. So really MC3 is giving you everything you need to teach the course day by day for the whole school year. As we've done these revisions, we have updated them to the Google Suite. So everything is now in Google Docs and Google Slides, which makes it very easy for you to make yourself a copy of those and edit them however you need to edit them for your individual context. So I do want to show you just how to navigate. I'm going to go back out to that first screen where we're looking at all the courses. I'm going to click into 5th grade. So the 5th grade course is written to be a full social studies curriculum, assuming you're teaching 45 minutes to 1 hour daily on social studies. So when you look here, you'll see the 5th grade course has 6 units, and the number of lessons varies by unit. And therefore, you can see that when you look at the pacing guide has the recommended pacing if you are teaching 45 minutes to 1 hour daily. And it takes you from August all the way through the end of the year. When you go into the 3rd or 4th grade courses, they will look a little bit different. Because we knew that 3rd and 4th grade teachers were possibly not teaching 45 minutes to 1 hour daily, and that they might be alternating with another subject like science, we wrote them to be a little bit more condensed. So each unit has 9 hours of instruction, and it's really up to you to teach those units with whatever time you have and in whatever format. So for instance, when you look at the pacing guide for 3rd grade, you'll notice the little red bar is sort of floating in the middle of the first marking period. The idea would be that you would teach that unit whenever works in your schedule, and then you would move on to the next one. So just to be aware of that if you teach 5th grade versus teaching 3rd or 4th grade. And I will tell you about 2nd grade in just a minute because it actually is a little bit different as well. But since we're in third grade, I'll just use that one to show you how to navigate. When you get to the landing page for a course, you'll always have the course description on the main page. So I would definitely recommend reading the course overview, and then it will list the units of study and the approximate pacing for that. And then if you look at the bottom of that landing page, you'll have the pacing guide, which shows the recommended pacing throughout the year. So in third grade, there's 4 units. When you click into a unit, and I'll just click into the first one, every unit also has a landing page. So it will show you the compelling question for that unit, which kids are pursuing. You'll have a graphic organizer for the unit. There's a very detailed unit abstract, so you can get a snapshot of what that unit will look like. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll see all of the standards the unit is aligned to. We have aligned the courses to the ELA standards. We've also aligned them, of course, to the Michigan 2019 Social Studies standards. And we've also aligned them to the C3 frameworks indicators. So you have a really large list of standards. If you would like to collapse that box, this is a little trick. You just hit that little arrow and it'll collapse it and help you navigate a little more seamlessly. You'll have a list of the lessons and the lesson questions. This is a change in MC3 since we're aligning to the C3 framework now. We've changed those topical lessons to being question driven. So kids are always pursuing a lesson question and then a unit compelling question, which is a larger, bigger, more rigorous question. What you're really interested in probably though, is if you keep scrolling, you'll have the lesson sequence down here. And this is where you get all the materials for the unit. So you'll see there's a lesson plan, there's supplemental materials and a slide deck. When you click in, it will open in Google Docs, of course, and it's going to ask you to use a template. That's to make sure that you're clicking that and making a copy into your own Google Drive. When you click that, you'll see you have a full lesson sequence. It is the big ideas for the lesson. It is an abstract for the lesson, so you can get a feel for what that lesson's about before you teach it. It has all the standards, the key concepts, and then what it has is a step-by-step sequence for teaching. Keep in mind that we do write these for a first-year teacher or a long-term sub. So we write them so that they're very detailed, and really anyone who's brand new to teaching the course could pick it up and teach it. You'll notice all the slides and materials are hyperlinked in here to make it a little easier for you. You may find that maybe you don't need that amount of detail, and that's completely fine. And feel free, of course, to adapt accordingly. So the full lesson plan is there. They're very detailed. The materials it's referencing are in a separate doc right here. So the supplemental materials have any handout students will need. So there's a graphic organizer for every lesson. There's big ideas. There are word cards throughout the entire unit. These include the term, a definition, an example, and an image. And then there's any handout students might need for that lesson, and they're ready to be copied or embedded into your LMS. And lastly, there's a full slide deck for every lesson and every unit of the course. So you'll have a full slide deck that's ready to go. And again, once you make that template and it's in your own Google Drive, you can edit it accordingly as well. So that is how you navigate Atlas. I do want to take just a second. I'm going to back out here to the main page. And like I said, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade are all set up exactly the same. So when you go into 5th grade, for instance, and you click into a unit, it'll look exactly the same. You'll have that compelling question. Oh, this graphic organizer is not loading at the moment, but it will. You have the abstract, the standards, and then if you scroll to the bottom, you'll have, just like the other grade levels, all the materials to teach. 2nd grade, though, I'm just going to navigate out here. 2nd grade is a little bit different. So 2nd grade is the course we're working on this year. I'm going to click into it. It's actually a really exciting project. Some of you might be familiar with Project Place, which was a 2nd grade curriculum that integrated social studies and literacy that came out of U of M and MSU about 7 or 8 years ago. U of M and MSU, the lead authors, have given us permission to adapt Project Place and update it to be part of MC3. So that is what the 2nd grade course is. It's being rolled out this year on a rolling basis. The first 2 units are already published on the public site and ready to use, and the last 2 units will be published during the school year ahead of the time teachers need them. It is a project-based curriculum. It's really exciting. It does incorporate both social studies and literacy, and they're integrated together in these project-based units. So if you take a look at the course description, when you scroll down, you can see that Unit 1 is actually a 5-session, so roughly a 1-week mini unit that's designed to start the school year. That unit really helps kids construct classroom working agreements collaboratively and helps them start the year using a civics lens. And then the following 3 units are the adaptive project-based units. Each one includes 20 sessions of instruction, which are designed to be 40-minute sessions. And much like 3rd and 4th grade, they can be taught however fits your context, but they are designed to be taught in the fall months. So if you come down and look at the pacing guide, you'll notice you have that mini unit to start the year, and then you have 3 project-based units that can be taught anytime in that time period. So Unit 2 is designed to be taught sometime in the fall months, and then Unit 3 sometime in the winter months, and Unit 4 to finish the school year in the spring. When you click into these units, rather than having a different lesson plan for each lesson, and you can see there are 20 sessions in every unit of the project-based units, when you scroll down, you'll notice that there is 1 document for all of the lesson plans, which are the session sequences, 1 document for all the student handouts for the unit, and 1 unit slide deck. So just be aware, if you teach 2nd grade and you open these, that slide deck is significantly longer because it includes all the sessions for the unit rather than session by session. If you have more questions about the 2nd grade course, of course, feel free to reach out to me, as well as if you have questions about any of the other courses. I'm happy to answer your questions. And if you want to let Amy know as well, she can get those questions to me. But I hope you enjoy digging through the K-5 curriculum, and I'm wishing you a great start to the school year.